connecting with your breath, feeling these subtle movements in your belly, in your chest. Letting this breath be natural. Your lips gently closed, your jaw releases. Your eyes turning inward, connecting to this inner world. And maybe realizing there is no difference from inside and outside. There is this skin defining my physical body. And all what I'm sensing inside is the same as outside. This idea of separation, letting it go. And sensing how you're feeling this morning. All what is here, let it be here, even you don't like it. Or you think it shouldn't be here. It's not part. It is all part of the whole. Practicing yoga is practicing acceptance. And right now in these times, we are very, very challenged to accept this not knowing, this doubt of what's going on. Feels real and not real at the same time. We can't box it in so easily, kind of thrown into this unknown mystery. So letting include all what there is. Anxiety, anger, frustration, joy, understanding, not understanding, irritation, confusion. And slowly and gently start to deepening your breath, lengthening your breath. So maybe you want to put one hand on your belly, 2 or 3 centimeters below your belly button, and letting your belly rising with your inhaling, filling this belly up, and then you're filling up your chest until your clavicular really lengthening, filling it up, and with your exhaling, sucking this belly in towards your spine and gently lift it up towards your heart. Internally, inhaling for 2, 3, 4, 5, holding your breath. Exhaling 4, 3, 2, 1. Bringing your belly inward, lifting it up, activating Mula Bandha, pelvis floor. Inhaling for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhaling 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhaling 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Exhaling 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhaling 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Taking this whole time to gently inhaling and gently exhaling exhaling 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Learning to guide this breath, this whole inhaling 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Exhaling 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Last round. Inhaling 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Exhaling 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Releasing your pranayama, exercising with breath, expanding breath, concentration on breath. Expanding life force, interlacing your fingers and with your palms of your hand, lengthening your arms, rounding your spine, bringing your shoulders towards your ears, and with your next inhaling, lifting your arms over your head and lifting your shoulders towards your ears. Exhaling, releasing. Lifting up, inhaling. Inhaling, lifting. Exhaling, releasing. And Katrin, see that you do not fall in your lower back. Inhaling. Exhaling, releasing. One more time. Inhaling. Exhaling. Stay lengthening your arms, releasing your shoulders, finding a bit of a no in your neck, giving some movement, freeing up your neck. Where is your breath? Do you hold your breath while you start moving? Coming back neutral, gaze towards your fingers. Exhaling, chin towards your sternum. Inhaling, gazing. Exhaling, sternum. Inhaling, gaze. Exhaling, sternum. One more time. Inhaling, stay. Gaze gently, opening your throat. Exhaling, bring your chin towards your sternum, your hands on the back of your skull, closing your elbows, bring some weight on the back of your skull, releasing your shoulders. Hallo Regine, Mama, Papa, my parents acting. Taking your hand, stay with your hand, with your head where it is. Bring your hands in front of your face and soft touch of your own hands, your face in your hands. And with your bring your head back into your neutral hands on your body. Oh. Inhaling, exhaling, bringing your right hand onto the floor, spreading your fingers, bending elbow, reach, bend your elbow, bring your shoulder far away. Sit bone coming down, breath. Inhaling, coming back into your neutral, soft touch of your hands, bringing your prayer in front of your chest, closing your eyes. Stay connected with your inner world, realizing, staying in, being more connected to outer world. Inhaling, arms over your head. Exhale. Left hand, spreading your fingers, elbow bending, reach with your arm, pinky finger, bending your elbow. This is it. Turn your pinky finger towards the floor. Kata, bending your elbow a tiny bit more that your ear is far away. Breath. Where is your breath? Is your breath your guide? Inhaling, coming to your neutral and bringing your prayer in front of your chest, closing your eyes. Connecting, breathing. And for people arrived yesterday, first time here in this room, maybe you want to remember, why did you sign up for this? Why do you come here? What is your wish, your desire for this week, for these days? Practicing yoga, staying at a place like this, finding out why are you here? And for people practicing with me already longer, being at home or here, maybe you want to find an intention for today's practice, a wish, a desire, being hidden and letting it be shining through, giving it energy for today in your practice. Inhaling, bringing your arms over your head. Exhaling, arms on your side. Interlacing your fingers one more time, swapping this interlace, rounding. Inhaling your arms over your head, lengthening your spine, taking a twisting here to your left side, right hand, outside left knee, left arm in line with your spine. Inhaling, arms over your head. Exhaling, lengthening spine. Exhaling, right side, left hand outside, right knee, right hand in. Inhaling, bringing your arms back into your neutral and bring your arms towards your side. Reaching forward, bon dia, good morning, Anna. Reaching forward with your hands and come into your tabletop. Knees, hip width apart, hands, shoulder width apart. Spreading your fingers, pushing all away what you've been sitting on, clearing out your space with your next inhaling, taking a couple of cat-cow breathing, exhaling, softening your elbows, Dorina, making sure you do not fall into your elbows, spreading your fingers wider, exhaling, inhaling, exhaling, rounding. Inhaling, coming into your neutral, walking your hands, one palm of your hand further away and finding some movements like you're rotating from your hips, making some really nice big circles from traveling, from a lot of practice. People here already for a bit of time, we're getting stiff. So bringing softness in your hips, shoulders, hands, and changing direction. Making it even softer, more enjoyable. Pressing yourself from your hands in your child pose, staying long with your arms, planting your fingertips onto the floor, lifting your palms of your hands, like creating a nice little dome with your hands and finding these nice long sides.
Walking your hands to your right side, planting your left hand on top of your right and stretching your side. Gaze under your right armpit. Inhaling, sliding your hands to your left side, right hand on top of your left, gaze under your left armpit. Inhaling, coming back with your hands in your neutral, planting your hands onto the floor, letting them sliding under your shoulders, opening your chest, curling your toes, lifting your knees only 2-3 centimeters, and giving yourself a bit of a rocking forward, rocking back, letting your spine growing long. Breathe, spreading your fingers short, spreading your fingers wider. Breathe. If you want to start running and you can pumping yourself up a tiny bit, creating energy in your hands, in your toes, with your breath. Staying with your knees bent, shooting up your seat, spreading your fingers wide, heels lifting up, breath, letting your neck grow nice and long. And then from here, you start paddling with your feet. One heel is pressing down towards the floor and vice versa. One knee bends, the other heel coming down, warming your calf muscles, your hamstrings, spreading these fingers, rolling back your shoulders. I can't hear this room breathing. Breath is your guide. Be an inspiration for your neighbor practicing. Inhaling your knees down onto the floor, coming back in your child pose, letting your palms of your hands facing up, resting your forehead, releasing shoulders. Always available child pose when you need to slow down. When you need to rest, take your child pose, avoid sitting up, looking around, start to judge, to evaluate, get critical about everything. Stay in your practice, and when you stay the whole time in your child pose, you're practicing yoga, very consciously pacing yourself. And accepting limitations, accepting what is. Planting your hands onto the floor, gazing between your arms, coming back in your cat, curling your toes, lifting your seat in your downward facing dog, stepping your feet together, lifting your right leg towards the ceiling, staying square with your hips. Avoiding opening your hip here. Maybe your leg can't lift up so high. Breathe, conscious practice. Breathe. One more deep inhaling. Exhaling. You want to rounding your spine and bringing your hand towards your knee, towards your forehead. Inhaling, lifting up, gaze between your hands. Exhaling, rounding the spine as if you do cat-cow. Knee towards your nose. Inhaling, lifting up. Exhaling, you don't come in your high plank, you stay in your down dog. Inhaling, exhaling, rounding. One more time. Inhaling, Exhaling. Next time you're gazing forward, stepping your right foot between your hands. Long runners lunge. Inhaling, shoulders rolling back and down. Long spine. Exhaling, releasing your left knee, your left toes, lengthening your front leg. Maybe you use your blocks, come onto your fingertips, squaring your hips. Your foot pressing into the floor, lengthening your leg. Inhaling, bending your front knee, curling your back toes under, lifting your knee. Long runner's lunge. Exhaling, both legs, wanna lengthening. Using your blocks, peeps in your room. Inhaling, bending your front knee. When you don't have a block at home, you always can lifting yourself up a tiny bit, walking your hands closer. Maybe you can grab a book or a pot from the kitchen. Inhaling, pushing, opening your chest. Exhaling, lengthening both of your legs. Inhaling, bending your knee. Exhaling, lengthening both of your legs. Inhaling, bending your knee one more time, making sure your knee is over your foot. Exhaling, both legs lengthening, staying here, releasing your neck, releasing your spine, walking with your hands maybe towards your back toes and bringing the backside of your hands onto the floor. Breath. Inhaling. Exhaling, inhaling, bending your front knee, gazing forward, stepping back in your downward facing dog, paddling with your feet, making some funky faces, really, blah, letting your tongue coming out, some funky noises. Come on, I want to hear you. Breathe. Katrin, spreading your fingers wide. Raise, rolling back your shoulders. Kata, pressing your index finger and thumb into the floor. Inhaling, bending your knees and letting your knees opening. Mat width apart, big toes touching. Open-legged child pose. Resting here for a moment. Sensing your right side different than your left side. Where is your breath? Are you busy in your mind? Bring it towards your breath, towards your sensations. Maybe you feel a bit tired this morning, including tiredness. Inhaling, coming back, hands under your shoulders, knees, hip width apart, curling your toes, lifting your seat, stepping your feet together, and you want to treat your left side, lifting your left leg towards the ceiling, staying square with your hips. Stay conscious practice, spreading fingers, rolling back shoulders, long spine. One more deep inhaling. Breathe, and then you want to start working your knee, meeting your nose, your belly sucking in. Inhaling, lifting gaze between your hands. Exhaling, belly in, rounding spine. Inhaling. Exhaling. Inhaling. Inhaling. Exhaling your last time. Inhaling, lifting. Exhaling, stepping your left foot between your hands. Long runner's lunge. First, you want to opening your inner groins, rolling back the shoulders, long spine, heel pushing back. Exhaling, releasing your knee, your toes, lengthening your front leg, releasing your neck. Please grabbing your blocks when you need. Are you criticizing your body? It's not open enough, it's not flexible enough. Are you criticizing the class? I would like to do this and that, and it's not like this. Breathe, it's all an experience. Breath. One more inhaling. Inhaling, coming, curling your back toes under and lifting both your hips, both legs lengthening. Inhaling, working long runner's lunge, shoulders. Exhaling, inhaling. Inhaling as if you can breathe from your toes to your top of your head. Exhaling, let go. Inhaling. Inhaling. Exhaling, releasing and stay. Maybe your hands can walk towards your back toes, bringing the backside of your hands towards the floor, letting go your neck. Breath. One more deep breath. Inhaling and bending your front knee, gazing forward, stepping back in your downward facing dog, spreading these fingers wide, cutter, rolling back your shoulders. Stay in your down dog for a moment. Breath. Inhaling, come in your high plank, activating these heels. So let's play a tiny bit, coming on your tippy toes, and you're pushing with your heels, lengthening your spine. Coming on your tippy toes, lifting your hips, and then consciously pushing your heels hard between your hands, lengthening your spine. One more time, lifting up your heels, tippy toes, exhaling, lengthening. This is what you want to find. Connecting with your heels. Exhaling, releasing your knees, your toes, gazing with your chest between your hands and your gaze from your eyes 20 centimeters in front of you, pulling your hands towards your heart, your elbows glued to your body, chin chest meeting the floor. Inhaling, sliding forward, rolling back your shoulders. Exhaling, lifting your seat downward, facing dog, stepping your feet together, right leg towards the ceiling. Inhaling, exhaling, stepping your right foot between your hands, long runner's lunge, gazing forward. Exhaling, left meets your right. Inhaling, halfway, folding forward with your exhaling. Inhaling, halfway. Exhaling, folding. Inhaling, halfway. Exhaling, folding, stepping your right foot back, long runner's lunge, gazing forward with your inhaling. Exhaling, stepping back in your downward facing dog. Inhaling in your high plank. And one more time, you want to lifting your hips, lifting your, coming on your tippy toes, and then you're from your heels, lengthening your spine, pushing yourself back, Inhaling, coming on your tippy toes. Exhaling, heart between your hands, long spine. Inhaling, tippy toes. Exhaling. Releasing your knees, releasing your toes. Staying here for a moment. Heart between your hands, rolling back your shoulders, smiling in your heart. Exhaling, folding in your elbows, chin, chest, meeting the floor, space for the belly. Inhaling, sliding forward in your mini cobra, rise higher. Exhaling in your downward facing dog, stepping your feet together, lifting your left leg. Inhaling. Exhaling, left foot between your hands, long runner's lunge. Inhaling. Exhaling, both feet together in front. Inhaling halfway, lengthening spine, lengthening legs. Exhaling, folding. Inhaling, folding. Inhaling, coming in your standing, arms flowing over your head. Bring your prayer in front of your chest, closing your eyes. When it goes a tiny bit fast and you feel it is a bit stressful, taking your time. In the Vinyasa Flow, we try to connect or focus on connecting breath with movement. When mind gets in with doubt and criticism, it will be too stressful. So maybe you need to gently resting for today, coming in when it feels right and resting when it feels right. Releasing your arms on your side in your Tadasana, spreading your fingers, opening your palms of your hands, really spreading them wide, like you're spreading your toes and pressing your feet into the floor, and all the rest is rising. Inhaling, arms over your head, folding forward, a long spine, long legs, bending your knees, stepping your right foot back, long runner's lunge. Maybe you want to fold your mat on the side while you're resting your knee onto the floor. Crescent moon lunge, inhaling, releasing your shoulders, spreading your fingers. Shoulders releasing, Dorina. One more inhaling. Exhaling, planting your hands onto the floor, stepping back in your high plank, Chaturanga Dandasana. If you would like, folding in your elbows, inhaling, or you take knees, chin, chest, kata, spreading your fingers. Exhaling, lifting your seat in your downward facing dog. Shaking this head, playing with your face, making funky faces, really funky sounds. I want to hear you, or we'll stay here forever. Breathe, that's a promise, breathe. Come on. And becoming a lion, becoming a horse, stepping your feet together, inhaling your right leg towards the ceiling, exhaling, stepping your right foot between your hands, long runner's lunge, releasing your knee, releasing your toes. Maybe you need to fold your mat to make a nice little cushion. Inhaling, crescent moon lunge, shoulders back, smiling in your heart, fingers spreading wide. Breathe. This is it, Philip. Releasing shoulders. Breathe. Maybe you find a sweet little back bending here. Exhaling, planting your hands onto the floor, curling your back toes, stepping in front. Halfway, maybe your fingertips staying onto the floor, gazing between your arms, spreading your fingers, spreading your toes. Exhaling, folding forward. One breath, inhaling. Exhaling, bringing your prayer, closing your eyes. Remember your wish, your desire for today or for this week, coming to a place like this. What are you longing for? Challenging times, unknown. Is there a desire you long for? Is there a wish you're longing for? Setting it as intention. Releasing your arms in your Tadasana, spreading your fingers, really opening your palms of your hands, pressing your feet, opening your toes, feeling your heels. Inhaling, arms over your head, folding forward, bending your knees, stepping your left foot back, long runner's lunge, releasing your knee, your toes, crescent moon lunge, inhaling, finding a sweet little back bending here, exhaling, planting your hands, stepping back, high plank, choose knees, chin, chest, or chaturanga. Dandasana, inhaling, exhaling in your downward facing dog, stepping your feet together, lifting your left leg, inhaling, exhaling, stepping your left foot between your hands, releasing your knee, releasing your toes, crescent moon lunge, inhaling, exhaling, finding a back bending, inhaling, planting your hands, gazing forward, stepping your feet together in front, halfway, inhaling, maybe fingers stay on the floor or on your knees, folding forward in your exhaling, inhaling, lifting up one more time, lengthening legs, exhaling, folding. One breath, inhaling, coming in, you're standing. Bring your prayer in front of your chest, releasing your hands. Tadasana. Spreading your fingers, really opening your hands, spreading your toes, opening your soles of your feet. Breath. Inhaling, your arms over your head, folding forward, bending your knees, belly meets your thighs, monkey arms. Bending your knees, long spine. Breath. Inhaling, Utkatasana. Stay bending your knees, rolling back your shoulders. Breath. Exhaling, folding forward, bending your knees, stepping your right foot back. Stay on your tips, on your toes, gazing forward and come in your high lunge. Letting your arms swinging while your front knee is bending. Inhaling, your arms over your head, bending your front knee. In your cactus arms, arms on your side, spreading your fingers, finding a sweet little back bending. Inhaling. Exhaling. Inhaling. Exhaling. One more time. Inhaling. Exhaling, releasing your hands, interlacing your fingers in your bag, reaching forward from your heart, and this is maybe a tiny bit wobbly, lengthening your front leg, folding over, lengthening your front neck. Anna, stretching out your front leg. Anna, yes. And letting your arms flowing over your head. Breathe, stay on your toes. Breath, letting your neck growing long. Breath. Breath. Inhaling, bending your front knee, pushing with your hands. Your hands are opening your chest. So you're pushing your hands, bending your front knee, gazing forward. Exhaling, releasing your hands onto the floor, planting your right hand, lifting your left arm, finding a nice little twisting. Exhaling, planting your hands back onto the floor, stepping back in your downward facing dog. Inhaling in your high plank. Exhaling, releasing knees, toes, or taking Chaturanga, Dandasana, Katarina, Kata. When you're coming down, first of all, you're gazing forward and then avoiding your elbows floating towards the side. You want to bring your elbows. This is it. And then from your toes, you're lifting your heart. Exhaling in your downward facing dog. Breathe, shaking your head. Breathe. Rooting down from your left hand, lifting your right hand and plant your right hand on the back of your sacrum, releasing, connecting the sacrum, lifting your sacrum. Breathe. Inhaling, releasing, and with your left hand on your sacrum in the center to have a connection. Breathe. Planting your hands onto the floor, stepping your feet together, turning your toes towards your right side, bending your knees, both hands pressing into the floor, gaze under your left armpit. Breathe. Inhaling, sliding your toes towards the other side. Left side, bending your knees slightly, both hands pressing into the floor. Gaze under your armpit. Breath. Toes coming back, lifting your right leg towards the ceiling. Inhaling, exhaling, stepping your right foot between your hands, planting your left foot 45 degrees, lengthening both of your legs, right hand on your right shin bone, left hand on your left hip, opening for Trikonasana. Breathe. Breath. You can open your arm towards the ceiling when there is a bit more space. Breath. Using your block. Breath. Lean back a tiny bit to help to opening your chest. Breath. Breath. Making sure, Katrin, you do not open. Yes. Breathe. Inhaling. Breath. As if there is somebody pulling you up from your hand. You want to come in, you're standing, planting your hands on your hips and parallel. Your feet, maybe you want to open your feet a tiny bit more. So your toes pointing inside, your heels pointing outside, releasing your arms behind you, interlacing your fingers, opening your chest with your inhaling, folding forward with your exhaling, a long spine, a long neck. Breath. Pressing your feet, outer edges, inner arches, lifting up. Inhale. Inhaling as if there is somebody pulling you up from your hands, and find a bit of a back bending. Exhaling, bringing your hands on your hips, rolling back your shoulders, folding forward. One more time, releasing your hands under your shoulders and lengthening your spine. Breathe, walking your hands forward like an open-legged down dog. So you do not want to come with your hands, with your weight on your hands. You're walking your arms forward and you're pushing your seat, releasing your neck. Outer edges of your feet pressing into the floor, inner arches lifting up. Inhaling, walking your hands back under your shoulders, and then you're walking your hands between your feet. Maybe you want to grabbing your big toes, or you're planting your hands onto the floor and try to bring your top of your head towards the floor. Breathe. When you have your head onto the floor and want to make a nice little journey in your headstand, feel free to coming up into your headstand, your tripod headstand. Breathe. With hochkommen. Pressing your hands. This is it. Breathe. Breathe. One more big inhaling wherever you are. Opening your legs and coming back down. Breathe. Inhaling, lifting yourself up. And from here you want to walk towards your right toes. Coming in your long runner's lunge. Inhaling. Exhaling, stepping back in your downward facing dog. Inhaling in your high plank. Exhaling, Chaturanga Dandasana, upward facing dog, knees, chin, chest, child pose. Elbows. Working on these elbows. And Elena, see, when you're coming down, you have a beautiful coming down, and then you have the tendency to fall into your shoulders, kind of a tiny bit giving up and collapsing. Stay with your breath. Breathe. Elbows glue a bit more towards your brain. This is it. And let's join everyone in downward facing dog. Breathe. Stepping your feet together, bending your knees, gaze between your hands, walking, hopping, stepping forward. Inhaling, coming halfway, folding forward in your exhaling, bending your knees, monkey arms, letting them swinging, creating space in this inner groin while you're pushing your seat. It's a bit of a funky pose here. And Utkatasana, fierce pose. Stay bending your knees. Breath. Breath. Exhaling, folding forward, lengthening your legs, bending your knees, stepping your left foot back, bending your front knee, and with your arms swinging, coming in. Your high lunge. Breath, making sure your toes spreading wide, and with your inhaling, sweep your arms over your head, releasing your shoulders. Hips facing front. Cactus arms. Exhale. Inhaling. Exhaling. Inhaling. Inhaling. Exhaling. Stay. Inhaling, lengthening your legs, your arms. Exhaling, reaching around
interlacing your fingers, opening your chest, and from here you want to folding forward. It's a bit of a wobbly business, working your balance. Breath. Breath, letting your neck growing low. Breath. Breath. Bending your front knee, gazing forward, pushing your arms. Breathe, creating space in your chest. Exhaling, releasing your arms, left hand onto the floor, right arm, reach. Breath. Stacking your shoulders. Breathe, Elena, bring your arm a tiny bit more over your shoulder. Breathe. Inhaling, exhaling, planting your hand back onto the floor, gazing forward, exhaling, stepping back in your downward facing dog, inhaling, come into your high plank, exhaling, knees, chin, chest, or chaturanga, and asana, inhaling. Exhaling in your downward facing dog, stepping your feet together, lifting your left leg, inhaling, exhaling, stepping your left foot between your hands, opening your right foot 45 degrees, Trikonasana. First you want to bring your hand on your hip, gazing towards the ceiling, and only then you're opening your arm, finding a long spine. Breath. 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 Inhaling as if there is somebody pulling you up, coming, you're standing, planting your hands onto your hips. This time you want to opening your feet, your hips towards the side, your toes coming towards your side, heels coming inside, long spine, hands on your hips, exhaling, bending your knees. People in the camera, I need to leave and show here, but we stay here working like this, yeah? Inhaling, lengthening your legs, coming with your legs long, lifting your heels, and from here you're bending your knees. Inhaling, lifting. Exhaling, bending. Stay balancing on your tippy toes. Inhaling. Exhaling. Stay bending your knees. Releasing your heels, bringing your arms on your side, sweep your arms over your head. Exhaling, bringing your arms towards your side, folding in your elbows, palms of your hands facing. 3 lion breaths. Inhaling, gaining energy in your belly from deep down from your belly, opening mouth, opening eyes, tongue come out like come on, we stay here forever when you don't do. Inhaling, exhaling. Do it once, it's so liberating. Inhaling and last time. Inhaling, lengthening legs, lengthening your arms. Exhaling, parallel your feet, folding forward. Arms resting under your shoulders, releasing your neck. Breath. Walking your hands towards your left toes, gazing forward, long runner's lunge with your inhaling, exhaling, stepping back in your downward facing dog, taking a vinyasa, come in your child pose, all your choice, breathe. Katrin's
Spreading your fingers and see, avoid falling into your elbows. You know this, people tell you. Breathe. You want to practice for longer? Practice with awareness. Do not abuse your own body in falling in, letting weight, hurting your joints. Breath. Everyone, let's meet in downward facing dog, wherever you are. Bending your knees, gaze between your hands. Hopping, walking, stepping forward. Inhaling, coming halfway, folding forward, bending your knees, Utkatasana. Inhaling. You want to gain strength in your feet, calf muscles, thighs. So you're lifting your prayer. Connecting, Mula Bandha. Belly coming in, tailbone towards the floor. Breathe. Yeah, that you do not fall in your lower back. This is it. Shoulders. Breathe. Breathe. And with your next inhaling, lengthening your legs. Exhaling in your Tadasana. Arms on your side. Closing your eyes. Breathe. Inhaling, sweep your arms over your head, interlacing your fingers, point with your index finger, releasing your shoulders, lifting your heels, coming onto the balls of your feet, and from here, your fingers reaching up while your spine growing longer, and you're bending your knees, coming gently down with your heels meeting your seat. Exhaling, reaching forward from your fingers, opening your hands and resting your hands on your knees. Index finger and thumb wanna meet. A nice little journey to an arm balance. You can stay here, balancing when you feel this is really good enough and you want to stay here, or you're letting your knees opening towards the side with your feet. Arms swinging, finding this dead weight of your arms. And then from here, like a huge big pendle, opening your hands and resting your hands in front of you, spreading your fingers wide, rolling back your shoulders, gazing forward. From here, you're pressing your hands, lifting your seat, stay bending your knees, and you're planting your knees on your upper arms, under your armpit. When you gaze towards your toes, you will fall. When you gaze forward from your chest, you have the chance, you're lifting your toes and finding your arm balance. Breathing, gazing. Stop breathing, you're falling. And I know it's slippery business, giving it 2 more tries. Are you here to be perfect? Are you here to learn, to explore, to give yourself space, to play? Do you need to know? Can you be as innocent as a little child? This is it, really playing. Only like this, you will learn to do it. Expecting you can, and slowly and gently, and Philip, shooting back, taking a vinyasa. When you want to come from your belly, when you are up here, you gazing forward. I need to rest my feet. I can't really shooting back from the crowd. I need to come down just quickly, and then from here you can shooting back from your belly with your exhaling. So try it. Come on, you have the strength. Give it a go. Breathe, shows you as well. Exhaling from your belly, shooting back. Try it. Exhale, shoot, gaze forward. This is it. And from here, you come onto your seat, pushing with your hands, your flesh to the side. Hashimotanasana, hands resting on your hips. Sitting, we have very often tight hamstrings. So from here, you're rooting down from your knees, bending your knees and finding a long spine. Stay or arms from folding forward, opening your legs that your belly has more space. Not too much, only a tiny bit, that you can folding forward like this. It's easier for your spine. Breath. Inhaling, gazing forward. Exhaling, come into your sitting, letting yourself with your elbows next to your body, walking forward from your sit bones. And you're walking back, bringing a bit more flexibility in your hips, a bit more strength in your core, and walking forward. It's a beautiful exercise from Alexander technique, working a lot with alignment, psoas muscle. One more time, you're walking back. Coming forward on the first 3/4 of your mat, we need to slow down. We need to finish in time. There are a few surfer bunnies here. Folding in your knees, planting your feet onto the floor. 2 choices. You can taking a rock and roll on your spine, letting yourself trusting, falling back and becoming a nice, sweet little energy ball. Or you're reaching forward from your arms and you're coming back slowly. You don't do this, obviously. You take it slow, you come on your side, you can come down like this, or you take the rock and roll on your spine. This doesn't hurt the baby. So, exhale, inhale. Exhaling one more time. Exhaling, staying here, bringing your knees towards your chest, resting your spine onto the floor. Your shoulders, your head. Releasing your arms next to your body, lifting your legs towards the ceiling, point with your toes. Exhaling, flexing your feet. Inhaling, point. Exhaling, flex, and feel this movement deep down in your gluteus, in your sacrum. Breath. You're working your and deep down. Exhale, bending your knees towards your chest, squeeze your body, making us nice and small, planting your feet onto the floor, Savasana, your legs growing long out of your hips, separating your legs, making sure your shoulders rolling back and down, so your palms of your hand can facing up, letting your fingers curling in, closing your eyes. Like we started, turning your awareness, bring it back in. Softening in your face, in your eyes, in your skin, and in your muscles. Let go.
finding your natural breath. Let it go. Let go of the ways you thought life would unfold. The holding of plans or dreams or expectations. Let it all go. Save your strength to swim with the tide. The choice to fight what is here before you now will only result in struggle, fear, and desperate attempts to flee from the very energy you long for. Let go. Let it all go and flow with the grace that washes through your days, whether you receive it gently or with all your quills raised to defend against invaders. Take this on faith. The mind might never find the explanations that it seeks, but you will move forward nonetheless. Let go, and the wave's crest will carry you to unknown shores beyond your wildest dreams or destinations. Let it all go and find the place of rest and peace and certain transformation. And gently and slowly reconnect it to your breath. Reconnecting to your sensations, letting this breath grow fuller and stronger. And feeling this energy moving into your toes, moving into your fingers. Wetting your lips with your tongue and letting this energy in your fingers start to play in your toes. Spontaneous movements wanting to happen. Maybe it moves into a stretching, a touching, or simply folding in your knees towards your chest and come to your right side. Find your left hand in front of your chest and press yourself up into a comfortable seat. It can be kneeling, lotus, half lotus, cross-legged, Trikonasana, any pose you feel comfortable with. Planting your hands in Anjali Mudra in front of your chest. With your eyes closed, remember one more time, you set an intention for this week, for today, wherever, for how long. Remember, wishing is quite powerful. Having desires of change is nothing wrong. Setting direction where your life will unfold. And to finish and seal this practice, let's finish with one deep, long sounding Om, knowing at this very moment there are many people in different places
chanting at the same time with this universe, this sound of deep starting together, inhaling. Thank you for practicing yoga with me this morning. Have a beautiful day. Namaste. Thank you very much, peeps, here in this room. Thank you very much practicing at home. So nice to see you. Thank you.